Good morning, beautiful people. You can see on the portage trail, we are in the boundary waters. We're starting a 9-day loop. We're kicking off things at entry point number 16, and we're gonna come out at Mudro Lake. We're out here for 9 days. Hopefully catch some fish, see some wildlife. We'll see what kind of adventures await. I like these little windy hikes like this. Can we sneak through yet?
Yeah, it's the right.
It's such a cool cliff up there. I was tempted to pull off and climb up there, but I'd rather just make it to our lake. We were probably too noisy otherwise. Maybe we could have seen a moose. Okay, so we're coming through on the portage from Moose River into Agnes Lake, and there's this awesome cascade here. As we're walking along the portage trail, we couldn't help but to stop and check it out. Pretty cool, pretty magnificent. Power water is always amazing, but this is beautiful. Trumpeter swans living their best life in this beautiful weather. We decided to push on to Loch LaCroix and make camp there instead of stopping at Agnes. We were making pretty good time and it was still pretty early. It's 2:30 now, so we got one little 70 rod portage to finish up, and then we will be in Loch LaCroix where we can make camp and hopefully do some fishing tonight. Looking forward to it. It's just a big slab of rock. Yeah. Oh, don't let us crash. All right, first smallie of the trip. Not bad. All right, so we finally made it to camp. It was a little bit of a slog. Long day, that's for sure. I think we put in about 8 hours. Did make it all the way to Loch LaCroix, so that's good. Found a nice campsite here. Got the fire going. I'm feeling pretty gassed, so I'm mixing up some electrolytes here. Then we're gonna get dinner going. yeah, we're ready to settle in for a nice relaxing evening, and we decided we're gonna take a rest day here tomorrow, really soak it in, try and do some fishing. I did hook up with one walleye and a pretty decent smallmouth on the way in, so pretty good. That bodes well. Nice omen, I hope. But anyways, let's definitely mix up these electrolytes. I'm feeling it. I could use it, and get some food in our bellies. It's tacos tonight, beef tacos. So that sounds really good right about now. Tacos are ready. Let's get some of these going. Little scoop of meat there. Oh yeah, some cheddar cheese. Or not cheddar cheese, sorry. What do we have? Cheddar jack. And go ahead and help yourselves, guys. Freaking good. This is the wonderful view that we have off of the campsite. Quite nice. Actually, right across from us, right over there, is Canada. So that's Ontario, Canada, and that is part of Quetico. So that's pretty cool. And then our tent down here, what's nice about that is we'll have a nice view of the lake first thing in the morning. But it is kind of shaded, and there is a little bit of cover there, so I don't think it'll be sweltering hot first thing in the morning, so that's good. Good morning, beautiful people. Morning of the second day. Woke up here, Loch LaCroix. I slept wonderful. The weather was great for sleeping. It was nice and mild, so couldn't ask for anything better there, so that was wonderful. And we have a lovely sunrise coming up over Loch LaCroix across the bay here. Yeah, I'm excited to see what today brings. Oh man, what a morning. I slept great. I really needed that rest. So I'm just sitting by the lake here on this exposed Canadian shield rock here, looking out at the lake, enjoying my coffee. It's a beautiful morning. Slight overcast, a little bit windier today. Yeah, I slept wonderful last night and looking forward to what today brings. So I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my coffee, taking in all the scenery. I'm so thankful to be here. It's gorgeous, and couldn't ask for anything else. Yeah, so we're just doing a little bit of a late breakfast here, but it was pretty tasty. We did some breakfast sandwiches, Boundary Waters muffins, if you will. So we have some English muffins. We did up some eggs with cheese and some bacon. A little dab of hot sauce. everything's right in the world. It's pretty tasty. But yeah, get some food in our bellies, and then we'll clean up and stash the food. And I think we're gonna go do some fishing. Try our luck at that and see what happens. All right, I'm holding this for Garrett, but he got this little bruiser. He's pretty beat up. He must have been in a fight, but nice little pike. We're gonna release him though. Let's get him back in the net here. Make sure he's good to go, and then we'll let him go. All right, Garrett sunk into a little pipe, so we'll get him back in the water. All right, cool. Garrett got this nice little pipe right from shore as we got in, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's get him back. Playing a rousing game of Uno while we wait for the food to rehydrate here. Whose go is it? Yours. Blue. Soup's on. So don't ask me how I came up with this concoction. It just seemed like a good idea. So basically it's a potato and leek soup with chicken, asparagus, and dill. But I actually think it's quite good.
Yep.
And then we toasted up some naans to go into it. So the boys are fishing, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to go through the map and show you our journey so far and where we're headed tomorrow. So our journey is covered in 2 different maps. I don't have everything on one single map, but I'll show you here, starting on the Mackenzie map here. We started at entry point number 16, Moose River North. So we did an initial portage into Moose River, traveled our way into Nina Moose Lake, then continued up the Nina Moose River and into Agnes Lake, and then through the Narrows here. And then this transfers over. You can see this is Agnes Lake, so same thing through here. Couple portages, and then we're into Loch LaCroix. So we came around Boulder Bay and Tiger Bay, and we're camped right here on this point of this island, right by the border of Canada. So across here is Quetico. So this is Quetico Park in Ontario. And tomorrow we're going to be headed, very short trip. We're going to take bottle portage, which is a shared international treaty portage. So yeah, we'll stay in Iron Lake and decide if we want to stay there just one night or continue on to Crooked Lake. So our whole journey so far, we started here, came up through here, and now we're right there. And we're going to here somewhere tomorrow. So the rain continues to keep kind of coming and going. Looks like the wind's picked up a little bit again, so yeah, we keep intermittently trying to cast some lines out, but we got the fire going, of course, and making some s'mores. Of course, Garrett always knows to pay the dad tax. So yeah, we're just hanging out here and making the best of this night. Man, cast it in right here at dusk and got this beautiful crappie. Look at this guy. So we're in the tent, time to turn in. We had a nice evening, even with the rain. We did decide to keep that little crappie filleted up for a little snack. And like a dummy, I made a mistake and slipped and cut myself. But these things happen. No worries. Yeah, we're gonna tuck in. It's about 10:30. And get after it first thing in the morning and make our way into Iron Lake. Good night, everyone. Good morning, beautiful people. Here another morning on Loch LaCroix. Gonna get a little bush box going so I can boil some water for coffee. Boys are still sleeping, but I'll be getting them up here pretty soon so we can make our journey over to Iron Lake. Won't be very long of a travel day at all. It's one lake over, so only one portage, which is nice. It's been pretty fun here on Loch LaCroix. The rain wasn't too bad yesterday, so that's good. The tarp kept us nice and dry, and so good times here. And yeah, we'll see what adventures await us today. So we're all loaded up and ready to hit the water. It's right around 10 o'clock, a little bit later start than I wanted, but that's okay. We have a very short distance to go, so no worries there. But yeah, we're gonna get going and make our way over to Bottle Portage and into Iron Lake. Okay, made it across Loch LaCroix, making our way into the portage into Bottle Lake. So we're actually gonna set foot on Canadian soil right now. This is a international treaty portage that's shared between the US and Canada. So we're walking on Canada today, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, making our way into Bottle Lake and then paddling into Iron Lake. Okay, so we just finished up with Loch LaCroix and we're on Bottle Portage right now, making our way into Bottle Lake. And the boys went to use the restroom over here and found remnants of something. Not sure, it looks like maybe the back of a pickup or trailer, but kind of interesting here. So little remnants of history. Always curious to know what the story is there. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna pack up, get this portage out of the way and be on Bottle Lake and then paddle our way into Iron Lake. Okay, so Bottle Portage here is a little tricky in the beginning. Pretty uphill with a lot of rocks to maneuver. So pretty technical. Watch my footing here. Not too long, it's only 70 rods. So it's weird, there's a fork in the middle of the trail. And on the first trip I decided to turn left. And that seemed to work out okay, it was pretty muddy. And then on the way back, just to see what it was all about, I took the other way. And I have no idea why in God's name anybody would take that way. Lots of up and down with rocks. So anyways, we'll be taking the same way. Big old pile of bear dung here. You can certainly tell he's been feasting on blueberries. Paddling through Bottle Lake now, and we just passed through the Narrows, and I think technically we are in Iron Lake now. So we're gonna start paddling through Iron Lake here and find ourselves a campsite. Just getting unpacked right now, getting out of our wet boots into some Crocs. We'll set up camp. One part of canoe tripping, there's no greater pleasure than taking off your soggy socks. How is it, you two crazies?
Good.
Huh?
Having fun swimming?
Yeah.
Is the water nice?
Yeah, it
it's
is.
warm. You should come. Come in.
Well, I just heard a loon.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep, so here's a view from our campsite. Just looking out into this little bay here. We're on a pretty big island. We have the tarp set up with the fire pit. Back here we got our tent set up. We're a few blueberries that we were picking on. They're small. A little bit on the bitter side. Okay, we got the fire going. It's pretty chilly and wet, so we're putting some water on for hot cocoa and teas. So it was pretty rainy and cold and gloomy a little bit ago. It's cleared up a little bit right now, and so we came down to the lake shore on this rock here to have our dinner. So we have spaghetti tonight with some seasoned naans. Did a little bit of fishing from shore. I had a couple bites, lost one right at shore. But yeah, we'll see what the rest of the evening brings. It looks like maybe it's gonna clear up, I don't know. So we'll see. Good morning, beautiful people. So we woke up to a pretty cold and gloomy day. But the boys got the fire going. We're gonna boil up some water for coffee and hot cocoa, and then boys are probably gonna eat some cold cereal. I might have some oatmeal, and then we're gonna get on our way. We don't have too far to travel, but it does look like it's sprinkling a little bit. This campsite isn't the greatest. The fire pit just keeps blowing the smoke because of the wind direction right into our faces. And also the tent pad wasn't the flattest. We all woke up kind of sliding down, so it wasn't the most comfortable sleep. So yeah, being a little chilly and wet, we'll try to hustle to get camp packed up and find a new campsite over on Crooked Lake. We tried something different this trip and brought some cold cereal. So what we do is bring some powdered milk and then mix that with water, and then we end up with some milk to go with the cold cereal. And then I got the water on the fire boiling for coffee, and yeah, after we enjoy that, we'll pack up and get on our way. Good morning, beautiful people. We got packed up, we're on the lake, so we're leaving Iron Lake, heading our way over to Curtain Falls and into Crooked. Yeah, I'm excited to check out those falls, get some pictures, spend some time there, and then tackle that 140 rod port into Crooked, and then find ourselves a campsite. Continues to be kind of a gloomy day, but I don't want to speak too soon, but I'm counting my blessings that it's not too windy right now, so that's good. But anyways, let's finish up this paddle and check out Curtain Falls. All right, so here I am at the base of Curtain Falls. Absolutely marvelous. It is pretty as heck, and the power is unreal. So this is incredible. This is a breathtaking experience. I'm glad we got to see this today. So we're sitting at the head of the Curtain Falls. You can probably hear it in the background. And Garrett and I are just sitting here taking a little break, eating a snack, and I'm about ready to tie a line on. I'm gonna throw a jig at the base of these falls. So I'm tying on a fluoro leader to my braided line. I like to tie an Alberto knot, so that's what I'm doing right now. Logan on the board with a little bass. Another one for Logue. Sweet! That's a pretty good size one. So Logan was fighting something and his lines got cut off, so I'm thinking it was probably a pike. Probably bit him off. You want to tie another one on, or do you want to move on? Yeah. He says, oh yeah, he wants to tie another one on. All right, we were trolling and got this lovely walleye, man, right first line in, trolling, and we have lunch. Look at that nice walleye. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm so happy about that. Okay, so we're on Crooked Lake here, and it's quite the weather right now. Wind's blowing, but at least it's a tailwind. It's still manageable though. We're not in danger yet. If things get too dicey, we'll pull off. But there aren't any white caps or anything. It's just kind of some mild rolling waves. We should be all right once we get out of this open water. We just had kind of a big open water crossing to start. But we're about to tuck in behind a peninsula, between an island and a peninsula, and that should make things a little bit better. Man, all I can say is what a day. The afternoon it was gusting, howling wind like crazy, spitting rain. Put up a tarp and then ended up just hunkering down in the tent. Ended up dozing off after chatting for a bit. I did wake up around, I don't know, I think it was 8 o'clock, 8:30 to fry up that fish, which was delicious. So we had that with some instant mashed potatoes. But we crawled back in the bed, hunkered down in the tent where it's warm and cozy, and hopefully we have better weather tomorrow. Good night, everyone. Good morning, beautiful people. The wind continues to howl. It seems to be intermittent instead of a constant bashing like it was yesterday. It stopped raining though. There's no rain in the forecast for today. We're just hoping that this wind subsides so we can get out on the water, but we'll see how that goes. Big thing is, at least our stuff will dry out now that we have no rain in the forecast. Things are warmer too. And yeah, we'll see what today brings.
Yeah, somebody get the net, right? Oh, yeah? Oh my god!
Big walleye.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's a big walleye.
Oh no, that might be a bass.
Is it a bass?
Yeah.
It is a big guy.
Nice.
lost him.
I got one.
Wally wally.
Keep the tension on. Don't stop like that. If you're gonna stop, pull. Yeah. Now reel. Yeah, there you go. Watch so you don't get the line stuck in your rod. Don't rip on it hard, just go slow. There you go.
Work out.
Careful doing that, but you don't lose tension. Oh!
Yo!
Most been fighting this fish for, I don't know, what has it been, 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Good job keeping tension on. Keep that full bend. He's right there. He's about ready to surface. Be ready, Garrett.
I am. Oh.
That's tight.
That's a. Yo,
Big old fight.
that. Logan, you gotta. Yo, that's humongous. Yo. Yo, you.
Get him in. Let him.
He's so big, I can't. Oh my god. Yo. That's humongous. Yo. Yo. Oh my.
Oh my god, that's the biggest fish.
Come in the water.
Biggest fish. Oh,
It's already unhooked.
I'm scared of you getting caught by the gill rakers, so I'm gonna say let's just let him go. All right, man, look at that beast. We're just gonna let him go from the net, though.
Yo, great job, Logan.
We're in the tent, ready to go to bed. We had an awesome evening. For what started off as a very dreary and I'll say kind of miserable morning, turned out to be a fantastic afternoon. So we got out and paddled the lake and did some fishing. Logan did awesome. He got us dinner and landed an awesome monster pike. Got back and just enjoyed the fire and hung around and enjoyed the sunset and chatted around the fire and that sort of thing. So awesome night. The change of weather was fantastic, and we look forward to tomorrow. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, beautiful people. It's a gorgeous day out. The sun is out, it's calm, and I'm really looking forward to today. So I'm just sitting here on our private beach, taking in the views of the lake. This lake is massive, so we have access to all sorts of fishing opportunities. Haven't seen anybody, so it's been very peaceful, and I'm excited for that. Oh gosh, there's some otters. Wow, what an experience, as I was saying, just sitting here on the beach, enjoying the peace and quiet of the lake, and then I have a wildlife encounter like that. 3 beautiful otters swimming by, all before 7 a.m., and that's why we come out here. Totally looking forward to what the rest of the day has in store for us. So off to do my daily firewood gathering. Got my saw and work gloves. I always bring a pair of leather work gloves with me for gathering wood and other chores around camp. I find it's a nice thing to bring, protects my hands. But yeah, we still have quite a bit of firewood left over from yesterday, so I shouldn't need too much. I think if I find one good piece of standing deadwood, we'll be in good shape. Nice standing deadwood, dry. This will burn nice. So the saw I always take with me is the Agua Boreal 24-inch. Folds up and then extends like this, so nice. And then What I use is I believe they call it the Sydney Rancher blade, which basically just means it has no raker teeth. So because I'm only ever going to be cutting dead wood, makes the cutting more efficient. This saw is awesome. It just rips through everything. So finished processing all the firewood, got a nice pile here. I like doing it first thing in the morning. It's cooler, and I actually find it pretty cathartic. It's relaxing. So anyways, I think this ought to do us for tonight, and we should be all set. I'm not sure you guys will be able to hear it, but the wolves are howling. That's incredible. How awesome. We heard them last night too. So there must be a pack around. Getting the breakfast going, we are using the stove instead of burning wood. We wanted to get on the water early this morning. So instead of messing around with the bush box or starting a fire, that'll save us some time. So we got some bacon going right now, along with I got some pancake mix and some eggs. So full-on breakfast this morning. And yeah, we have some leftover tortillas and English muffins too, so we got some options. Excited for this. Nice hearty breakfast to start off the day. It's gonna be a good day. So we got some bacon grease left in there, and then now I'm gonna get the eggs going for some scrambled eggs. All right, get some cheese in here. All right, last thing to do is get these pancakes going. All right, last pancake done. And then of course, gotta have maple syrup, especially since we're right across the shore from Canada, right? Look at this feast.
Just bite it like you did last time. Easy. Don't force him. There you go, yep. Way to keep tension on it. Just, yep, there you go. Nice boy! Yo! Dinner! Oh, big dinner, boy! Nice.
Put it in the bowl.
Yo, oh, no, you lost it.
Oh! Bite.
Seaweed and a pipe.
Little tiny place. Out taking our afternoon paddle fishing expedition, looking around the lake and trolling to see what we can find. Quite warm, so I have a feeling we're due for a swim when we get back on Wildersmith Beach. And definitely up for a fish fry again for this afternoon. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. It feels good. Yeah. Garrett dealt, so it's your call.
Pass.
Me too. Yep. I think so too.
Fix your drag. Okay, we knocked out that beast of a portage. 320 rods, whatever it is, so a mile. And then keep in mind we double carry, so 3 miles. Definitely earned our keep today. So we made it to our destination lake. We are on Gun Lake, and now it's time to find a campsite. No, it's like all the way. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice. Pretty relaxing evening sitting here around the fire. Just had dinner. What did we have? Moroccan beef and couscous. So that was pretty tasty, something different. I thought it was pretty good. Garrett, you liked it too?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're sitting around just boiling some water for some hot cocoa. It is well needed rest hanging around by the fire after today. Pretty tough day. Some pretty tough portages. So I think after this cocoa, we'll probably be hitting the hay, turning into the tent for the evening. So we're on bottle. Okay.
Are you picking your got some snot on your hand? Real nice.
And nature called for Logan, so he's off in the woods digging a cat hole while we wait. Oh, there's Logan. If
Do I mess up your guys' shot?
no, you're fine.
Just coming in with my bag. Didn't know if I did.
It's kind of funny.